Hi friends, I'm back. That's right, after 2+ years, I am back on YouTube. Yeah, it's been a long break, deliberate break. I took some time off YouTube because I went back to university, did my master's in teaching. That took me 2 years. And with having my own family, 2 kids, and my health issues, and studying full time, and I didn't do it online. I was going to classes in person, and I just decided something's got to give. So that was YouTube. I was also a little bit burnt out with YouTube, not gonna lie. I wasn't really making the videos that I really wanted to make. I was thinking more about what I thought I should be making, and yeah, it just wasn't making me happy. I wasn't enjoying it. Yeah, so I quit YouTube. No, I didn't quit. I took a break. But I'm back. I'm still as sweaty as ever. Yeah, I am really excited to get back into it, and I've got a few new directions for the channel. New directions, but going back to what I originally really wanted to do with YouTube, which was get what was in my brain out there. Essentially, I just want to info dump. I just want to make videos that gets all of the ridiculous amount of information I have, and the thoughts that I have about not just dance, but the entertainment world in general. I just want to get them out there. And if people watch, great. If they don't watch, okay. I don't care. It'd be nice if people watched, but I don't want that to be my driving force with YouTube anymore. I didn't really like where YouTube was going for a while there, just in general, not just with dance, but everything. And I stopped watching it as well, but I've actually gotten back into watching YouTube, and I'm really enjoying these creators who are making things that it's not about the production quality and having the fancy backdrops and things like that. Some people still are, and I still love those sorts of videos, but there's videos that are just, it's about what the person's talking about. That's the kind of stuff I want to do. Channels that have really inspired me to come back to YouTube and do things my way, most of them aren't to do with dance. Or some of them are to do with theatre, some singing teachers and vocal coaches, and just things that I find entertaining, things that I'm going to YouTube for. A couple of them, for what it's worth, that have really inspired me to get back into YouTube on my own terms. Rachel A. Ramirez, I'm probably going to get these wrong, but I'll put them up here. She does Hunger Games content, and I have jumped ship from the turf world that is J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter universe. I used to be a massive Potterhead. I used to listen to the audiobooks every night to get to sleep, and I can't with her anymore. I can't. And so I've decided that I don't want to support her. As an artist and a creator, I do find it difficult to separate the art from the artist. I totally understand why other people can separate the two. Sometimes I can, but they're just, I think it's a personal thing. And with her, it just got to the point where I was like, no. And when she came out that she is genuinely going to use the money that she gets from this new TV show to fund an organization that is anti-trans, I was just like, no, not having it. So I got back into one of my other book, just fun pieces, that was Hunger Games. And the more I got back into it, the more I realized, my God, those books are good. They're not just for entertainment value. They are insightful and brilliantly written, and there's just so much to talk about. And you can just analyze the crap out of them, and that's what this creator Rachel does. I love her. Yeah, I thank you, Rachel, for inspiring me to get back into YouTube and to just do it on my terms. I also love most of, not all the channels, but most of the stuff that Simon Whistler does. Now, when I say most of his channels, the guy has a million YouTube channels. It's like he is, love him to bits, but he's just saturating YouTube. But he's really cool, and I love his channel, Decoding the Unknown. It's a really cute little setup that he has with his, a really cute format that he has with his writers, and it's very informative. Really good to listen to in the background whilst I'm doing other things in my life. I really like his voice, so that's really helped me to engage with his stuff. I'm doing a series inspired by Decoding the Unknown that I'm in the process of writing, so big thank you to Simon Whistler and his team. Especially Decoding the Unknown, but not exclusive to Decoding the Unknown. I also listen to his Brain Food podcast and some of his other channels. He's got a lot of channels, like a lot. Who else am I really into? Mickey Joe Theatre? Mickey something Theatre? I can't remember. He is a UK-based theatre critic, and I really love his theatre reviews. I can't consecutively binge watch his because I am so jealous of the fact that he can go to that much theatre. Even if I went to everything that was on in Melbourne, we don't have the quantity of theatre that they have in London and the West End. But I really love his perspective. I love his reviews. And yeah, he's lovely. Love his stuff. Who else am I super into? Look, anything that Trixie and Katya, drag queens Trixie and Katya, produce. I love Trixie's solo YouTube channel. I love their podcast, The Bald and the Beautiful, and the YouTube channel part of their podcast. And I just love that they, with the exception of their recent podcast episodes where they're doing a recap of the season they were on Drag Race, they don't, with the exception of that, they don't actually have any structure for what they're going to sit down and talk about. Maybe there's a producer behind the scenes trying to make some sense out of it, but they are chaotic as fuck, and I love it. So yeah, that's really inspired me. Yeah, so they're the main channels that have inspired me to get back into YouTube. Oh, sorry, no, there is another one, the Welsh Twins. The Welsh Twins UK, one is a makeup artist, one is a skincare enthusiast, he calls himself, and they have their own separate channels, which I have been watching for years, but they have a channel together that is absolute shenanigans. It's so funny, and I just love their humor. I love their dynamic, and yeah, they've kind of shown me not to take myself too seriously, even when it's something serious I'm talking about, and that I can just, do things my way, because they do things their way. And yeah, they're a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, so look, none of them are really dance channels at all. They're just YouTube creators that I've really been enjoying, and it's really inspired me to get back into it. The other thing that has inspired me to get back into YouTube is that after finishing my Masters of Teaching, that was a coursework Masters, I haven't really been quiet about it my whole life. I've kind of always wanted to do a PhD, and I love research. I love writing about research, and part of the reason I started YouTube was because I knew I wasn't ready to go back to uni to do my PhD, but I still wanted to get all this stuff out of my head and I wanted to have an excuse to just deep dive, research specific topics, and YouTube helped me do that. But then I got a little bit distracted by trying to cater to the algorithm and get the views and the blah 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 blah, and I kind of went off track. And I'm going back to do my PhD. It's currently September of 2025. I finished my master's last year, so end of 2024, and I'm planning on starting the PhD next year, 2026. But in order to even just get into a PhD, you have to put forward a proposal that has to be fairly heavily researched. So I'm already in research mode for that, and I'm so excited, and I I cannot wait to share my research with you, because I'm looking at, in my research project, I will be doing artistry in dance and looking at why artistry is important in dance, why it's not just this sort of add-on fluff. It's not just a smile, it's not just the facials, it's not just the music choice, but also looking at, once I've defined and really analysed like why it's important and what it actually is, I want to develop ways and pedagogies of teaching artistry. And I do use the plural there, pedagogies. I think it's really important that dance artistry needs to be accessible, and dance artistry needs to be given the same amount of scholarship and time and devotion that we've given the athleticism side of dance. And I don't believe that either are more important than the other, but I do believe, and I dare anybody to disagree with me here, but I do believe that as an industry, we have completely let the athleticism side of dance overshadow the artistry. The artistry is just this afterthought, and that really worries me. And I really, really want to get into how we can teach the artistry of dance and how we can better teach it. So yeah, super excited to get into that. Really struggling to find an appropriate supervisor at the moment. I have lots and lots of academics who are really, really excited about the work that I'm doing, but none of them think they're the right person to do this and to be my main supervisor. So I've got about 4 people that want to be on my supervisory team, but no one who's like, yes, I will. So, you know, we're getting there. I'll find someone. I will find someone. But I really want to share that whole journey with you all, with my YouTube world, whether anyone's watching it or not, whether it's just my dad and my best friend watching. Hi Dad, hi Steph. Or whether it's everyone, heaps of people watching. I don't know. I don't care. I just need to get this stuff out of my head and info dump to the world and to the internet. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So stay tuned, and lots of exciting, fun, crazy, stupid, silly, way too overanalyzed, way too detailed content about the live performing arts world coming to you from Dance Geek. So stay tuned.